Good morning. Welcome to this next episode of the LowSide Theory, brought to you by Damage Manufacturing Supply Limited, www.damagemfg.com, and on all your favorite social media. It's a cloudy and gray Monday here in July, and it's also the first day of Traffic Apocalypse. You can see the traffic's already getting kind of gnarly out there already. Yep, it's dead stopped out there. But before we go play that game, I've got to get gas. So we're going to go to the gas station. How exciting is that going to be? Probably not that exciting. And I'm debating taking an alternate route into town in order to avoid the traffic, because traffic map says this can take 20 minutes to get downtown as the crow flies on the freeway, but I'm not sure that's a great idea. Alright, let's get gas. Hey there, want to fill it up with regular? Debit. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Come on. Alright, our tank is filled. Now we wipe everything up. Let's notice that we just spent $6.26 on gas. And, just in case, I'm going to grab my receipt, because you never know. Alright. We are on the move, folks. Now that we have gas in our tank, so it looks like we caught the new kid at the gas station this morning. He didn't really know how to swipe a credit card. He kept putting my card in backwards, and I was going to be nice and not call him out for being stupid, because, you know, he apparently couldn't figure out that he was putting the card in the wrong way, even though there's an icon on the front of the pump that says, put it in this way, with the numbers facing this way and the chip facing this way, and he's doing it in reverse. And then the other guy grabbed it from him and put it in the right way, but was swiping it so fast, I'm surprised it actually read the card. Yeah, that gas station seems to be a halfway house for people that aren't too bright. Every now and then you get somebody there who's actually really intelligent and does a good job, and then like 3 months later, they're gone. So I assume those people get a job and get moving pretty quickly. And then you have some low rollers that stick around for a while, and then they just vanish. So, yeah, that gas station might be a litmus test for humanity. I don't even know. I did have one guy there who was a very odd duck. I went to get propane and fill up my propane tanks, and I made the mistake of wearing a Star Wars t-shirt, because I own mostly Star Wars t-shirts. And that guy proceeded to lecture me about the Star Wars Expanded Universe and how horrible it was, and all of the hate mail he had written to authors of Star Wars Expanded Universe novels and all of the death threats he'd made to people about Star Wars Expanded Universe stuff. And it was one of those moments where you're just like, don't know if you're just creepy or if you're actually dangerous. But yeah, it was definitely different. Alright, so folks, we're going to skip the freeway today because the freeway looks like the biggest shit show on this side of the planet. And we're going to go straight. This is going to take us down Interstate Avenue, which should allow us to cut through Chinatown and get to the freeway. Assuming this person knows what they're doing, which they apparently don't. So yeah, we're taking surface streets today because, yeah, the 5 looks like a disaster. So you're going to get to see what old Portland looks like as it becomes New Portland. And I'll explain some of that along the way. And I only took half my allergy medication this morning, so I'm a little bit schnuffly. And I apologize for that. But hey, at least you got to see me get gas. You know, that was exciting. Sorry, you didn't get to see my PIN number. I looked away. Oops. Long, long ago in a land far, far away, when I rode a tiny little hardtail chopper every day for work, this was my commute to work because that bike and the freeway were not good friends because any decent bump on the freeway would cause that bike to start shaking itself apart. And you haven't truly discovered what pain is until you've hit a big-ass pothole on a hardtail chopper without seeing it coming, because it's enough to shake your teeth loose. Now, on this chunk of the commute, what we're going to discover is people that don't know how to go the speed limit, people that don't pay attention to lights and signals, people that don't pay attention to turning, people that don't pay attention to them little yellow lines on the road that say don't drive here, and so on. And our commute also is not as exciting or fast because we're sitting at stoplights half the time. And it looks like the Avenger here is actually paying attention, so that's pretty good. But it looks like he's probably not going to go over 25. Yeah, that's the challenge with this chunk of road, is that the speed limit's 35, but everybody tends to go 20. And that's about it. Also, on a regular basis, people will just randomly duck into a parking space or into a side street to get out of the way of the motorcycle for some unknown reason. And speaking of people, this person's not going 35, they're going like 30. And I don't know why that irritates me, but it does. And all of this used to be small single-family homes right here, this big construction piece now. But nope, now it's going to be big houses. And hey, look, Fat Cobra Video, your local adult video store right next to the school. That's totally legal. Apparently the school in the neighborhood fought that video store and nothing happened. That's a new building too. That used to be a house there. Wow. Been a little while since I've ridden down interstate, so it's changed a bit. Now, you'll see this building right here on the right, this one with the striping, Baisley High Performance. Guess what they do? They make custom racing modifications and hardware for Harley-Davidson motorcycles for people that are trying to set land speed records. Yes, you heard that right. Tiny little shop in Portland, and what do? They make hardware for land speed record setters on Harleys. So yeah, kind of interesting that. I rode by there every day for a long time and decided one morning to look it up and was like, what is that place? Yeah, they make high-performance Harley mods. And as we cruise forward, you'll see this piece of construction here. This used to be a Taco Time restaurant. It's not a Taco Time restaurant anymore. Now it's going to be a building of some kind. Probably apartments or condos. And this used to also be small single-family homes, and now it looks like it's going to be garages or storefronts or something. Oh man, we got the whole shot. All of those people got out of our way. I'm so okay with that. Now down here where we just saw that FedEx truck, if I hang a left, that'll give me the option to get on the freeway or off the freeway. But I'm going to pass. I'm going to keep going down interstate just because we're on that trip now, and I really don't feel like getting into traffic right now because I seem to be kind of moving, and I'm going to take that as it comes. That's a really green truck right there. I mean, that's a seriously green truck. And they're an Oregon Ducks fan. Now, I did mention that we were going to talk about ducks and beavers here periodically, and while I could care less, somebody apparently cares very much. Alright, somebody needs coffee and cigarettes. And you gotta wait for the bicycles so you can turn. Come on, come on, come on, go! Oh, you had it, you had the whole shot. Go! And now we've caught the light. So that just threw off our entire timing of catching all the lights green, and now we're gonna catch them all red. Damn. I'm mildly disappointed about that. And those bushes say this. I wonder what they mean by this. I think they don't mean that, but they do mean this. And it's a quiet day on Interstate Avenue. And now the bus is in front of us. The buses tend to go slow too. I like the freeway because at least there's no stoplights. We're all moving the same direction and there's nobody on bicycles. This is not that. Alright, moving right along. Now, for those of you that are mechanical, Harbor Freight Tools to our left. One of my favorite little places. A friend of mine turned me onto that place years ago. And it's all, you know, gray market tools, but good stuff. Alibi? That is the only decent tiki bar left in Portland. For those of you that know tiki bars, look up the Alibi. It's kind of a hole, but it's a tasty hole. And yes, as I was mentioning Harbor Freight, yeah, you're not going to find Makita or DeWalt or anything like that there. But man, they sell just about everything in the universe. And I can safely say that I have never had one of their tools break on me. And they make some really damn decent socket sets. Ugh, that was bumpy. Ugh. So yeah, Harbor Freight. Check it out. There's probably one near you. You're going to think that it's a rat hole dive. You'll probably encounter somebody with white power tattoos working there, because that seems to be a thing. But yeah, their tools are good. And yeah, their tools are basically what stocks my garage. And if you break one or lose one, you just go out and you spend $1.50 buying the next tool. And look at the freeway. The freeway's moving, but man, it's moving slowly. I'm almost glad I'm not up there. It'll be interesting to see what the afternoon commute looks like. That's going to be a shit show. And this is supposed to go on until the end of August. I hear air brakes up there. Alright folks, light is green. There we go. I've had people sit at this light for ages, just waiting to think about going. Cruising forward. Yeah, there's a good shot of the Union Pacific train yard. Lots of trains there. Ooh. Jesus fucking Christ! That was scary. All of a sudden, everybody comes to a blinding stop, and I have to stand on my brakes. Good thing my ABS kicked in, or I would have slid something. This is why I hate Interstate Avenue on a motorcycle sometimes, because people do that shit. They don't think about the cars in front of them. They think about the fucking pedestrian that's not even in the road. And yes, I get the fact that in Portland, pedestrians have the right of way at all times. But there's something called rational thought, or common sense, or situational awareness. And, yeah, guy in the, was that RAV4? Apparently was not exercising that, because he decided to jam on the brakes, which meant the rest of us had to. And I really don't want to eat the back of a Ford Focus. So yeah, I automatically don't like the guy in a RAV4, because he decided to be polite to the guy who was waiting to cross the street, who could have waited for 3 more vehicles. But no! Yeah, if given the choice of eating a Ford Focus or taking a freeway, I would have taken a freeway. And this guy's going 25 and a 35. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, I automatically don't like him. Yeah, water and power truck dude is not moving too fast neither. But we get a good shot of Portland's industrial area because we're super close to it. And these people are going to go 23 miles an hour the whole way. Somehow I already know this to be the case. Oh no, RAV4 guy's getting out of here. He's smart. Well, he's not smart, but he got out of the way, so I'll take that. And I'm following this truck in the Ford Focus, and something smells remarkably like poop. But then the waterfront has a tendency to smell like poop. And traffic is on the surface streets actually moving today, which is nice. Because some days it's just atrocious. And with Carpocalypse happening, I expect it to be even worse. Alright folks, light is green. Let's go forward. I miss going 60 on a freeway, not gonna lie. 60 on the freeway is definitely preferable to this. But we wouldn't be going 60 on the freeway today. We'd be going 10 on the freeway today. So at least I'm like 20 miles an hour faster than I would be. And it looks like we've got bums crossing the street. Oh, he might be a bum. We got a Subaru who's not sure where he's going. And the bus is up there, sitting. I hope the bus isn't just sitting. I'd really like to go. Everybody decided to creep forward an inch or two. Is that bus just sitting? I'm afraid he is. If the light turns green and the bus doesn't go, I'll be sad. No, the bus is going. Okay, thank God the bus is going. Now, if only the rest of these people were going. There we go. Slowly but surely, we'll poke through the intersection at all of 10 miles an hour. Come on, folks, paddle forward, paddle forward, paddle forward. It's not hard. And we're going to get to go across the lovely and picturesque steel bridge. And you'll get a good view of downtown on both left and right. So there's uptown, into the Pearl District, and there's downtown, where we'd like to be. And a good shot of up and down. And we're actually crossing one of my favorite bridges. I like this bridge. It feels very industrial and very old school. I just like the steel bridge. And the downstroke as you move into the city is kind of pretty too. Assuming I was going 50 and could actually hang this corner the fun way. Alright. So we're coming in a little bit north of where we usually enter into town, which is fine. Because it's a straight shot to where we want to be. And we get to roll through what's left of Chinatown. There was a time when this was a gorgeous neighborhood. Not so much now. It's just kind of ratty now. Although the Chinese gardens, which we're passing right here on the left, I've been there before and it's super pretty. They got some serious bamboo growing there, like thicker than my leg. And we have more pedestrians crossing. And a lot of times in this city, pedestrians don't look when they walk out into the street because they know that legally they have the right of way. So they just don't look. They just go. And there's a girl digging through a dumpster. Collecting bottles and cans in this city is a thing because there's bottle deposits. So you get a certain amount of money back for each bottle or can. And so people tend to collect bottles and cans mercilessly in order to make some semblance of an income, I guess. It's kind of terrifyingly sad. Wow, they tore down that building, and these guys just walked out into the street like everybody else does. Yeah, that used to be a building, or a parking, that used to be a parking lot there. Yeah, that used to be a parking lot. It's not a parking lot now. Shit. My wife likes to go to the Irish pub that's right on the other side, that white building with the interesting millwork. Can't see, yeah, you can kind of see it from here. The one with the points and the gold and the white. And that used to be a parking lot. Now it's not a parking lot at all. Well. But at least we've made it downtown in some semblance of a decent amount of time. So I'm okay with that. And I think that was going to be a building at some point too, but it looks like nothing happened. And this has been one of the slower commutes of my life. Not the slowest. It would have been worse if we had been on the freeway. That's for sure. Alright, now to duck over. And here's the intersection we normally enter the city on. So we're almost to where we want to be. Alright folks, we've reached the end of the first half of this episode. So stay tuned through the bump and watch the second half of this episode of the LowSide Theory. Thanks for watching. Alright, thanks again for joining us on the LowSide Theory, brought to you by Damage Manufacturing Supply Limited, www.damagemfg.com on all your favorite social media. This is part 2 of this episode, where we ride north in traffic. It's going to be exciting, folks. Today is the first official day of Traffic Apocalypse, as it started last night. So we took the surface streets down Interstate Avenue this morning, and this afternoon we're going to go up the freeway and see how bad it is. So that should be interesting. Now, it's about 5:30ish. I was a little bit late getting out the door today because I had helped some Australia folks, but that's not a bad thing. And on my way to the parking deck, I noticed it was trying to rain a little bit. I felt some sprinkles on the top of my head. So we'll see what that means for the rest of the journey. Hopefully it's not going to pour and we're not going to get drenched. And this chick in the Element with a toaster van sticker on the back of her car is going a little bit slowly. And there's a car coming. So we're going to wait because they can't see us. And I know they can't see us. And now we're on the move. So yeah, right now it's about 70, 75 degrees. It's cloudy and gray, which is normal for Oregon, even in the dead of summer. And yeah, I was trying to rain a little bit, so we're going to see what the weather brings us. Don't know yet so far. And I was smart. I remembered to start both cameras. So both cameras are indeed running. And hopefully this is going to be a nice, easy commute, and we're not going to get stuck too much. Traffic map looks terrifying. So that could be something, and we're going to try and skirt the HOV lane and hope that it's not a shit show. Because I would love to get home, because once I get home I got to trade the bike for the car and take a good friend grocery shopping because he has no car. And not too bad though, because one of my best friends over the last 20 years, and he happens to live 5 minutes from my house. It's almost like we do that on purpose. So yeah, I will take him grocery shopping, and that's what you do for your friends. And then I look forward to getting home, because I got new wheels for my desk chair. And when I say new wheels, that seems kind of weird, but if you've ever had standard normal desk chair casters that roll over stuff, snag cables, snag your shoelaces, get stuck on stuff, and don't really roll very well, I'm happy to say that I am replacing my desk chair casters with rollerblade wheel casters. So they're super rolly and super functional, and I'm excited about that. It sounds weird, but I'm super excited about it. It's going to be great. And my wife also interviewed for a new job today, so I'm super excited to get home and hear all about that, because I got a text message that said it seemed like it went really well. So I am hopeful and positive, and fingers crossed, that my wife is going to knock it out of the park and have a new job. Because that would be great for her self-esteem and her earning abilities, and it would definitely help our financial bottom line, having two incomes. That's faux show. And these people are going to cross the street, and we're going to let them, because we're nice. Although she's walking very slowly. There we go. That was a little bit slow, and she knew it. So yeah, I'd love to get home and talk to my wife and see how her day went. I'm excited for that. And take my buddy grocery shopping. I don't know if I'm excited for that, but hey, it's grocery shopping. And I believe there is also Costco ravioli lasagna waiting for me to make when I get home, because I got to throw that in the oven and make me some damn dinner, because that'll be tasty. And the wife will eat it too, I think. So yeah, gonna be a good ride home, gonna be a good evening. I'm excited. And let's see, what else is going on in other news? I sent out a bunch of envelopes full of damaged stickers this morning. So for those of you that have sent in your self-addressed stamped envelopes, you should know that there is a package on its way to you. You should be excited, because currently I am caught up on all envelope packages. So yeah, if you've ordered damage stickers, they're coming in the mail. So good on you for ordering your stickers and getting them for free. I may have also thrown damage magnets in there because I got a bunch of them. And you deserve them, because you guys are awesome. So yeah, if you've ordered your damage stickers for free, good on you. If you haven't, now's the time to get off the butt and get you some damage stickers. Send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the address on the website, and I will send you stickers. And there's those raindrops. I've got a couple on my shield right now, and I just felt a couple go through my gloves. I can hear it spacking, but it doesn't seem bad. Please, for the love of butter, do not let it pour on me. I am wearing a mesh jacket. I do not wish to be soaking wet. I mean, not that I care. I mean, I'll dry out. I'm made of meat. But I would really love to not have to, one, play with slightly wet pavement, which means it's going to be oily. Oh, helicopter, see that? Because, yeah, slightly wet pavement sucks. And, yeah, I'd like to not be just soaking wet. And traffic is not terrible today. I'm confused, but elated, because, that's cool. I'm gonna let JB Hunt get in front of us, because I don't want to fuck with him. But I swear to God, once I get around him, that's the end of that game. Uh-oh, here we go. And we're moving. Hey, look at that. We're at speed for the moment. And there's a guy with surfboards. Good for him. My wife and I are actually surfers as well as lots of other things. And in interesting news, I think my wife has actually decided she wants to take up the game of motorcycling. I've only spent several years trying to convince her that this would be a great idea, and she has never really espoused an interest in it. And then she started playing Grand Theft Auto and riding motorcycles everywhere in the game. And she got interested. And then she started watching the LowSide Theory, because she wanted to see what I was doing. And her first words were, I could do that. I want to learn how to do that. So now it looks like the wife, within the next year, assuming she gets that swanky new job she's after, is going to see about learning to ride a bike, and then I'll have to pick up a little bike for her. I have a feeling I'm probably going to pick her up something like a Ninja 250 or a CBR 300 just to get her going, because I am not buying her anything over 300 cc's. Sorry, that's a hard line. Anybody that says a 650 is the right bike to start with is full of shit. I disagree with you wholeheartedly. My first bike was an SV650, and I wasn't riding it so much as I was holding on for dear life. So yeah, the wife will get a 250 to 300 cc bike, nice and small and light and happy, so that she can putt around town and get used to riding, so that eventually she can go out riding with me. And to be honest, here comes the bump, by the way. Yeah, even if she's not up to my level of riding, I will still go out riding with her and just, let her lead and I'll follow, because, that way the wife's got somebody to ride with and practice with and all of those fun things. And here comes the slowdown. I'm feeling it. Yep, I can see the slowdown up there. And I'm hanging back a little bit because I don't trust that RAV4 yet. Because I see some aberrant braking. Yep, we're braking early. And here we go. That was a gold SUV over on the left, and I see what looks like a little Toyota pickup truck in pea green up there. That's pretty vintage. I could be okay with that. Retro pickup trucks are kind of like retro motorcycles. They're kind of cool. Yeah, it's a little green. Yep, that looks like a Toyota to me. I think I see the word Toyota on the back of it, too. When we get closer, which I'm assuming we will, we'll get a better look and see what kind of condition it's in. See if it's cool. But right now we're stuck behind a boring white RAV4 who's aberrantly braking still. Yes, the brake pedal is there. It's your friend. When in doubt, press the pedal. Press it often. Press it hard. Press it well. Slowing down is more important than accelerating. Yep, that's a Toyota pickup truck. It's a cute little Toyota pickup truck, too. I like it. That bumper needs a little bit of love, but the rest of it's basically vintage. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. Dash looks like it's cracked. Vinyl's dead. But still a cute little pickup truck. I'm a fan. Somebody just honked. No idea why. I think that guy wants in and nobody's gonna let him in. Looks like there's lots of traffic rambling going on right now. People are driving stupid on Monday. But why does this not surprise me? Yeah, traffic's about what I expected going north. It's not quite traffic apocalypse on this chunk of road yet, but it'll get there. Yeah, these guys are dilly-dallying in my left lane. This is HOV, folks. HOV and motorcycles. It's the motorcycle lane, and carpools are welcome. So, you know, get a bike. Bikes are your friends. Everybody should love the motorcycles. So in other news, speaking of vehicles, my wife has espoused a desire to make her car more fun. She has a 2006 Toyota Corolla, because it's what she could afford at the time, and the damn thing's paid off, so it's not like we owe any money on it. But, hey, there's a guy on a dual sport over there. But yeah, it looks like she's not quite happy with the car the way it drives, because the driving characteristic is pretty grocery getter. I drive it, and every time I drive it, I get wheel squeal, because I drive more aggressively, and my car is built more aggressively. So yeah, I drive her car, and it's just like, wait, what am I doing? I'm going to kill us both. And while we were traveling through between Seattle and Portland this weekend, she let me know that she would be open and interested in upgrading her car to make it more fun. And I looked at her and I said, "Are you sure?" And she said, "Yes, I'm sure. Where would we start?" And I looked at her and I smiled and I said, "The first thing we're doing is we're throwing new rims and new tires on that damn car." And in looking at TireRack.com, because that's where you go for such things, I discovered that I can pick up everything I need in terms of tires and rims. Get her some nice silvery alloy rims that don't weigh too much, and some good Pirelli tires, because I'm a fan of Pirelli tires. And the whole thing will cost me mounted and balanced and ready to install on the car about $800 odd. And that's for 4 gigantic boxes full of tires and rims. And then all I got to do is pull out the impact wrench and just brap her old tires off, brap the new ones on, and I'm done. Then I can take her Steelies to a local place and have them throw some snow tires on there and then throw them in the back of the garage. And when winter comes, all I got to do is just, switch out and she's good. And then when spring comes, I switch back out and she's good again. And we get a lot more life out of that. After that, I can start looking at cold air intakes, new exhausts, sway bars, tower bars, lowering springs, new shocks, new struts, all of those fun things that'll make her car have a much more entertaining driving characteristic and make it sound better too. And so if I'm lucky and the money provides itself, especially if she gets that new job, I can do all kinds of fun things to my wife's car. So I may have a plan here. I'm going to get over because I need to get over eventually, and this is the best I'm going to do, I have a feeling. Alright, now we're playing in regular traffic again as opposed to HOV traffic. Oh, somebody went to University of Alabama. Now, we gotta wait for this lane to move a little bit so I can duck over one more. Uno more. Just gonna go ahead and pop my signal on and see if the guy in the Jeep notices. And he did. That's lovely. This guy's not following very fast in his beater Mercedes. It looks like they've started trying to pave the shoulder there. Yeah, they're almost done paving this chunk. They gotta do one more piece and then it looks like a road again. And then it'll all be nice, delicious, lovely pavement. Come on, dude. Follow effectively. What are you doing with your hand in your face? I can see you doing something. Quit picking your nose and follow the car in front of you effectively. Because right now you're just lollygagging. Come on, people. Let's drive like we mean it. Sorry, I bitch about drivers a lot. Because nobody ever pays it. It seems to me, I should clarify that statement. It seems to me like most people spend their time in the car doing something other than driving the car. And for me, when I'm in the car, that's the only thing I'm doing. It's like I am driving my car and I am being a good driver, as opposed to this kind of, half paying attention shit. It's like I'm in the car for one reason and one reason only, and that's the only thing I want to do in the car is drive the car. Kind of like when I'm on a motorcycle. The only thing I want to do is ride a motorcycle and talk to you folks. Because I like you guys. I don't even know you guys, but I like you guys. And of course, he's taking my lane. And I'm not sure if that's car exhaust or bad BO I just caught a whiff of, but man, something stinky. I mean, like, super stinky. Like, yuck city, man. Yeah, they just paved the shoulder here. That's kind of gross. Hope the their transition's fine. Alright, that was actually a much better commute than I expected. Let's see if this guy turns left. He feels like a left turn guy. No signals. Watch him turn left. No, he's turning right. He's turning right. He's actually being legit. Okay, cool. Oh, wow, they're building up the sidewalk there, too. That's kind of cool. And he's staring at traffic, and I can't say as I blame him. There's a lot of cars coming. Let's see if he ducks for it after these guys. Yep, he's going for it. That's cool. All right, I'm gonna sneak up behind him too. See if I can cut in front of that pickup truck. Now the pickup truck's coming up too fast, and this guy's turning, so I'll just duck in behind pickup truck. And we're up to the races. All right, folks. So we're getting towards the end of our commute, so I'm gonna say good morning, good day, good night, good whatever. Thanks for watching the LowSide Theory, and we'll see you again next time. Take care.